Alright, what's up, guys? So, this is our first video
Hi.
trying to um, get into YouTube.
Mhm.
So, we did a little post on you, or is it Instagram?
Instagram, Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook, and people asked us some questions. So, we came on here to answer them. People have been waiting for a video, so this is our first video. So, please bear with us and don't laugh. So I'm going to be reading a question from somebody from my Instagram, and then she's gonna read somebody from her Instagram. So I'm gonna go first. So our first popular question, or most common question on here, is how do we meet? How do we meet? Um, Funny question is, our moms are best friends.
Mhm.
So that being said, is basically they were best friends, and
Introduced us.
yeah, they introduced us. Maybe
About
we've
like
been knowing
four.
each other
Yeah.
for like what, 5 years?
Yeah, almost 5 years.
5 years, but we didn't get together until
2
like
years
2 years ago,
ago.
almost 2 years ago. So that being said, we basically started hanging out, and we end up falling in love, and we end up just being together. And a year later, we had got engaged, and
Yes.
tomorrow December 1st is going to be a year.
No, actually, by the time you guys see this, will be a year.
Yeah, so this video should be posted up like December 1st, December 2nd. I'm gonna try to do it tonight. But let's see. So that was mine, and then so you go.
Oh, okay. A question that I got asked is, well, basically, you just answered that. So,
What?
so now someone moved there.
How long we knew each other, and favorite food. Oh, favorite food. I'm more like a pasta dude. I like fettuccine, spaghetti. Um, if I go like my Mexican route, I'll probably do like chicken tacos. Her chicken tacos are pretty fire.
I just like Mexican food.
Yeah, she's a big fan of Mexican food. Um, that's favorite getaway place.
Well,
Our
it's not
favorite.
really our getaway place, but
I
we're
could.
always in San Diego.
Yeah, I could say
Oh.
San Diego, because that's like I call San Diego our second home,
Mm-hmm.
because we're always in San Diego. Um, we will get to detail about that like later on into the videos while we're always out there. But we're always out there. I can say maybe what, like twice, 3 times max a month.
Yeah.
We'll probably go out there,
See,
but
maybe about 90% of the year we're out there.
yeah, and it's a
Literally.
very pretty place to go to. So, but then that too, and Vegas. We went to Vegas a pretty
Good
good,
amount.
yeah, amount of times. And we stayed over there, and we explored over there, and we didn't do as much, but just eat and explore and do other things. Oh, then it's my turn. My foot's falling asleep. Oh, this is a another question. When are you guys gonna have another baby? Another baby? We haven't had a baby together. Um, I have a baby from my previous relationship, and then she has a baby from her previous relationship. His name is Alric. Alric is gonna be 5, and then my son is 3. We're trying to have a baby when God plans it for us. We
Actually, we're gonna start trying this
Yeah,
year, but
we're gonna
then
start trying.
COVID came, so kind of took a step back
Yeah.
just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, that too. And then basically, it's just whenever God blesses us, that's when we'll have another baby. But we hopefully pray soon that we have one. So you go next.
My questions are what is your favorite music and movie you both enjoy together? I say we find a lot of songs together and show each other. So we pretty much listen to the same stuff, almost the same stuff, mostly everything the same. Which is like what?
Yeah, the
What'd you
funny
say?
part is I'd be showing her music and then she would go off of my music, and then she'll be showing me some of her music, and then I kind of like it, so I'll go off of her music. So we kind of like vibe off the same music in a way, because she has a certain style and I have a certain style.
And as for movies, we don't really watch movies.
Movies, I always fall asleep.
Yes.
That's the
So
thing
I
is
watch
I
them
always
by
fall asleep.
myself or with everybody else. But
Yeah.
we mostly watch YouTube together. That's our thing.
Yeah,
That's been our
YouTube is
thing.
the most common thing that we can, or most major thing that we watch on TV, is because we're big YouTube fans. I'd rather pick YouTube over cable, YouTube over Netflix, any of that. So I'd rather say YouTube because we watch a lot of people. And then from mine, when did you know she was the one? Okay, that's a good question. That is a really good question. Shout out to the person that asked me that, which is my cousin. Um, I knew she was the one when she got along with my son. That's the main thing in my life, and I treasure that and I respect that is because not only she not only they got along when they first met, but throughout our whole relationship until now, they have the biggest bond. He always asks about her. Um, so I could say that's my biggest thing is and then of course I fell in love with her. And she showed me a lot of things that a lot of other people couldn't show me and didn't show me. So I was very happy about that. And yeah, so if my son got along with her and she loved my son and my son loved her, then I knew it was gonna work. So that was a good question. That was a good. How did you know that I was the one? Let's ask you that question.
Me?
Yeah. How did you know I was the one?
Well,
Like, good question.
yeah. Well, you got asked the question, not me. So, but I'll answer it. Basically, like, I mean, obviously, you know, I had a crush on you before we got together and everything, and then our vibe, it just clicked right away. We have a lot of things in common. Definitely our sons love each other. I've known.
Oh yeah, and that's the
since he
thing.
was born. You've known
Yeah.
Ulrich since he was a baby.
See, that's the thing is, our sons, they are inseparable. They love each other
Always
and
asking about each
always
other.
asking for each other,
Call each other
always
brothers.
with each other. They would not hesitate to call each other brothers. They do not fight. They are just like Dumb and Dumber in a way. It's because they get along so much, and one person does something or one kid does something and another kid does something, so they always follow each other's
They're definitely
footsteps.
partner in crimes.
Yeah. And they're always getting into trouble. They're always, and it's always, if it's not one child, it's another child, or it's both of them. So that's one thing is that I can say that, yeah, that I'm proud about is our kids get along very good, I should say.
It wasn't a trouble at all.
Not at all. Not even. I should say, when I could say when me and Veronica started dating and we started being together, um, Alric and Lathan, they will kind of have the jealousy towards me, but that
Oh
was like a
yes.
week. That was just like a 1 week, and then they got over it, and like it was just all better. And that was the one thing that I was afraid of, is I didn't want one kid to think that I loved the other kid more than than the other, because that's not that point.
Mm-hmm.
So but Alric knows that I love him as much as I love my son, and my son knows as I love him as much as I love Alric, because they're both equal, and they.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that's the plus, that they do get along, because that was my I was afraid to experience that.
But
So
it helped that they met and got along. Well, Lathan was actually a baby at the time, and Alec was barely one. So
yeah, when they first met,
yeah, or
yeah,
no, he was
Lathan was
two.
like, um I don't
A
know, like
baby.
he was like 7 months, 8 months, like he was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And Alec was 2,
Yeah.
and now he's gonna be 5. So it was just from the two, knowing him from 2 and knowing him all the way from 5. I always played a big role of being a dad towards him, is because he never had that when he was growing up. So I always wondered, like, how would it be, just to take on another child. And not even that, when we got together, it was, I was only taking her in, I was also taking him in also. So that was, I had to step back and take a deep thought into that, and I did. And I also talked to my mom, and my mom was a big part of that, and I followed my heart. And look at 3 years later, a few years later, we're engaged. And so yeah, that was a good question. Is it mine now or yours?
No, it's mine. Um, where are we from? Well, we're
Ooh,
both from San Bernardino. We both were born and grew up in San Bernardino, but you eventually moved to Riverside and then grew
yeah,
up in Riverside, and then I moved to San Diego and lived in San Diego.
yeah,
But
and it's
San
crazy is
Bernardino was always my
because
hometown.
we lived in San Bernardino, and we went to the same school, and we did not come across each other.
And some of our
In high
friends, we
school,
have some
in
of the
high
same
school,
friends in common too, and still never came across each other
yeah.
until
Like,
our
I'll have
moms.
friends, and I'll talk to them like, "Do you know this chick?" Like, yeah, this and this and that. And soon enough, like, here she's in my DMs, and we got together, and we started talking, and also from our moms too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm from Riverside. Well, I'm from San Bernardino, and then I moved to Riverside. Like she
You
said.
would say Riverside's your hometown, though.
Yeah, I can say Riverside's my hometown because
And I would say
I'm
San
more
Diego's my hometown.
because we're just both more comfortable in our hometowns. Knowing that we did grow up in San Bernardino, our childhood, that we consider where we live as our hometowns. Um, what is the dream house for you too? Oh, that's a good question. A dream house, honestly, I personally would want to live somewhere far. That's my dream, is somewhere far with a lot of land, and just not a newer house, but like a modern house for me to basically fix up, and and do my side projects, in my own home. So that would be mine. What would be yours?
Well, I'm a huge fan of cooking, so as long as I have a big kitchen and a big bedroom.
Your dream house. Yeah. But where would you want it to be?
If I could, San Diego, but I don't know. Just
Let me tell you guys, San Diego is a very, 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 very nice place. Very nice place to live at. But you got to have the money. You gotta have the money to live out there. But you know, if you have the money and you have the income, and you know, hey, go to San Diego. Beautiful weather. Beautiful weather. Let me tell you. But that is a good question. I probably want to live somewhere far because I wouldn't want to be in a community, a gated community. Just too much people in their business, you know. So you have any more?
Mhm.
Go.
When is the wedding?
Ooh.
That's-
So people don't know that we're engaged. I did mention it in the beginning of the video.
Mhm.
I think I did. Well, we are engaged. The wedding, it was supposed to be this year.
Like
But
you said, due to COVID.
due to
Thank you.
COVID and due to everything and how everything's just going, you know, just with
You just-
COVID and just everything is, you can't book, you know, anywhere. You can't, you know, rent out tables. You can't do nothing.
Nothing.
So basically, it's just we're kind of holding off until the wedding.
Till we're able to make something happen.
Yeah, exactly. And then not only that, it's just when we're ready. It's not we're not saying that we're not ready, but like I said, it's just hard basically with the to book, you know, to have it somewhere and all that. So when I can say maybe like in 2 years to a year, maybe, you know. The wedding is, as long as we're in love, I don't care about a wedding, you know. It's just
Same.
when the wedding comes, you know. As long as we're happy and you know, that's all that matters. But
Plus, I'd rather be patient and do it my way, so I can actually have it the way I want.
instead of just rushing
And doing it just for everybody else.
Exactly, and just, you know, so people, you know, can have fun, you know. I even mentioned to her, let's not have a wedding. Let's just go to a honeymoon and go somewhere far and, you know, and spend, or, you know, we're
Money
10 grand, you know,
somewhere
somewhere else, you know. But nah. She wants a wedding and she deserves a wedding. So there's one question says, finding the things as a couple to do during COVID. Dang, so it was tough. You know, it was
you
tough.
know us, we're out. We're on the go all day long.
Yeah, so it was tough. It would come to points I would even be like, babe, let's go. Let's just go for a drive. Let's go to LA. Let's go do a turn. We went all the way to Vegas to do a turnaround.
I think like twice.
And just to do a turnaround, you know, like we went there, you know, explored for an hour or two and turned around and came right back. You know, just things like that excites us and enjoys, you know. We, as long as we have our company, that's all that matters, you know. So it was very, very hard to do
Keep
things.
us in.
Yeah, to do things during COVID because, like I said, everything was shut down and you couldn't do things, and you know, like you gotta wear masks, and you know, and things, you know, like when we go to the stores, you know, I always forget my mask.
Yes.
That's the thing. I always forget my mask. So it's just but yeah, it was tough. But we made it enjoyable and we made things happen during the COVID, you know. And we were obviously safe, you know, with the mask and with the hand sanitizer, with the Lysol, you know. So we weren't unsafe during all of that. So
Yeah. I think. Yeah, I just got another one that says, where did we meet and when's the wedding?
Yeah. So we have basically answered all of those questions. I'm not gonna do this one or this one. And then we did get one that said Mike Tyson or Jones Jr. Who did you pick? Because they already fought. Yeah, she's not really a boxer, but I picked Mike Tyson. So yeah, so that's it for our video. So I hope.
Those were all the questions.
Yeah.
That we got asked.
Yeah. So thank you guys for.
If you want to know more, just ask.
Yeah, just ask us. We're probably gonna do another one. Another Q&A. So maybe if you guys want to know any more about us, before we actually start doing vlogs and all that, and I will actually like for you guys to comment anything that you guys would like to see or anything. But other than that, you want to say anything?
No.
Yeah, so
We'll get better eventually.